Hey guys, so we are here again with a tutorial on how to build starter characters. So we will start with March 7. Now, persons are actually building her with like defense, defense, defense. No, that's not the proper way because as you can see here, the skills that she have, they scale on her basic attack. All right, so if you see for the basic skill, it says that it deals ice damage equivalent to 90% of March 7's. That would be her basic attack to a single enemy. All right. Now her talent is what actually scales off her defense. So that's the shield that we will get. Now the ultimate, it deals damage based off the basic attack, and when I say basic attack, I don't mean the first skill, I mean the flat
You
attack.
see.
All right, so I will show you what I mean by the flat attack. All right, so here I have 2319 basic attack, so that's what it scales from. All right, and I also have 2,276 defense. All right, now if we also
She.
take a look at the ultimate, it scales off her basic attack, which is the flat stats that I just showed you guys. All right, so if we okay, we'll also go into the skill. All right, so yeah, so her skill will actually provide a shield to a character that is low on health. All right, and her technique that is used before battle, it also scales based off her basic attack. All right, so I she shouldn't be being built defense, 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 defense all the way because that will just be for
Hmm.
one specific skill. That will be just for one
Let's
specific
see.
purpose. She's also a damage dealer, so in this case, we can classify we can classify her as a sub DPS, which means sub support and also a damage dealer. Now let's get into the build. Now,
She.
all right. So for the free-to-play players, we will need to use Memory of Victory. So what it does, it says it increased the wearer's defense by 24% and the hit rate by 24%. All right. So that's the passive, and then it says it increase the chance for the wearer to be attacked by enemies when the wearer is attacked, increase their defense by an extra 24%. So what this means is that by default you will get 24%. You will get 24% defense. You will also get 24% hit rate. Now the chances of you being hit by an enemy is also increased by 24%. Now if you are hit by the enemy, that means that you will gain an additional 24%. So in total you will gain 48%, but that extra 24%, it will last until the end of the turn. So once March 7 turn is over, she will lose that 24%. But she will lose that additional 24%. Let's put it that way. All right, so let's go for the relics. All right, so the relics that I recommend is the inner Sal Soto. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce that properly. So, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So the relics that I recommend is the Hunter of Glacial Forest. So what that does, it increase the ice damage by 10%. Remember that we stated before that she's a sub DPS, so she does need damage. All right, the four percent. It now it says after the wearer uses their ultimate, their crit damage increased by 25% for 2 turns. So once she uses her ultimate, which will so once she uses her ultimate, which will hit all of the enemies, then she will gain an additional 25% crit damage. Alright, so now let's get into the build. Alright, so here we have the flat HP, so we should look for damage substat. So what I do is that I try to get at least two damage substats. If you're getting a three, that's good, but 3 and 4, it's really difficult, and to actually get them to roll in that stats, meaning that once you level up the relic, you will want it to roll into the damage substat. So as you guys can see here, I do have 16.8% crit damage that is on the flat HP. The reason why I state that it's flat HP because it's not percentage. All right, I do have 3.8% of the attack, 4.3% defense because her skill also scales off defense. So what you want to do is to get substats that will best help her out, that will help her to shine, because we do have a skill that hit based off defense. So in this instance, I will have three substats that she will benefit from, and she will also benefit from the effect resistance. So she doesn't get stunned a lot and so on. But if you got like effect hit rate, crit damage defense and so on, then she will benefit from it, like crit damage, crit rate and so on. Okay, so for the flat attack, as I said before, it's not percentage, so I will classify it as flat attack. Now she has the flat defense because her skill also scales from defense. She has the crit damage, so that she can do a little more damage. She also has speed because in this game we do need speed so that we don't fall behind. So I have crit damage, speed, attack, and defense. All four substat will be beneficial to her because the defense will go into the skill that she used to shield. The 3.4% of the attack will go to the damage. The 7 speed goes so that she doesn't move slow, and the crit damage would also go to the damage. So this is the reason why I actually used this relic here. Okay, so here now it is recommended that we use. Well, I recommend that we use crit rate because persons are actually using defense, defense, defense. Now, if you use defense, defense, defense only, now you're actually building her for shield only, and she has multi-purpose. Hence the reason why she is classified as a sub DPS, which is a support DPS because she has support capabilities, which would be the shield, and she also have damage capabilities. DPS means damage per second. So as you can see here, the crit rate is it's not easy, but it's a little difficult. But as you can see, we do have three substats that will majorly benefit her. We have the flat attack, right, which will go towards her damage. We have the defense by percentage, which is 9.7%, which will go towards the skill that she used to shield. We do have two speed, so that she doesn't move slow, and the effect resistance. It's not necessary, but I do recommend that we put the crit rate on her. If we have sufficient crit rate through the substats, then we can go with the crit damage. All right, let's move on over to the boots. All right, so on the boots, I would say to put the attack by percentage and not the defense, because at the end of the day, she has more of the attack skills than defense skills. She only have one skill, which is the shield. That would be for the defense. Now, I know that you guys are wondering why am I actually building her with so much damage? What about the shield? We will get there shortly. All right. So here you can see that I have 43% point two 5-star boots. That is attack percentage. Now you do see that I have 5.4% defense. That will also go towards the skill that you use for the shield. Now I do have 5.8 crit rate. I do have crit damage at 16.8. So I have three substats that will be a major benefit to her. Now we have defense, the crit rate, and the crit damage, and as I said, the effect hit rate. It's not mandatory, but it is useful. But we got a good roll, a decent roll, in the crit damage. All right, so let's move on. Okay, now here I do recommend that we go to the attack percentage. I know you guys are still wondering, hey, what about the defense? I will get there shortly. As I said before, March 7, she is a sub DPSA support, damage dealer. She only has one skill for the defense, so it's not recommended to put all the resources in the defense. It will not unlock her full potential. Now, I have the attack by percentage, and here again we have three substats that is beneficial to her for the damage. If you can see here, as you can see here, we have the attack we have the I'm sorry, we have the flat attack, because we have the percentage for the attack as the main stats, so we cannot get the percentage for the attack as the substats. It doesn't work that way. That's impossible. That would be broken. So we had to, yeah, so we got the flat attack instead. We got 7.7 HP, which is okay because we have three stats that we need, three damaging stats. So we have the attack, that we have the flat attack, we have the HP, we have the HP percentage, we have the crit rate, which is a 6.4, and we also have crit damage, which is 12.9. Now here we go for the defense. This is where I recommend that we put a defense relic on March 7. All right, so the reason being that I do recommend that we put it here, because if we go over here to the armor, it is recommended to put crit rate or crit damage here, or we can go the attack by percentage. Now we won't have the option to put the crit rate or the crit damage here, here, here. So that's the reason why it is recommended that it placed here. We won't have the option to put the crit rate or crit damage here. I understand we can put the defense here, but it's not recommended because she mostly scale from the flat attack because she only has one skill for the defense. All right, so we add the we can either add the defense here or we can add the defense here. It doesn't matter, but we need to have one off the attack by percentage, and then we can have the a defense. So one defense relic here or here, and then one attack by percentage. Now for the defense relic, as you can see, we have the HP, we have flat defense. All right, because we got the defense by percentage in the main stats, so we cannot get defense by percentage again in the substats. We have effect resistance, which is okay, but not necessary here. We have 15.1% sorry, of the attack by percentage here. All right, so if we go on to the main page, we can see that it actually balances out. So let me go over to the stats one moment. So stats. So as you can see, we have HP is 2,787. We have the attack that is 8. That is 2,319. We have the defense, which is 2,276. We have her speed, that is 110. We have the crit rate, which is 57%, and also got a crit damage for 102%. Now let's go test it out in battle.
Oh, let's see. This song's for you. Keep up.
Tough luck running into me. Here.
Let's go.
I try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move.
Turn it up. Let's make it quick. Rules are made to be broken.